In the heart of the Sonoran Desert, where the sun scorches the earth and life clings to existence, two legendary beings reign supreme. One, a master of the silent strike, a coiled terror whose very name evokes primal fear. The other, a feathered phantom of speed and cunning, a blur of iridescent grace. For generations, tales of their prowess have been woven into the fabric of this unforgiving land. The diamondback rattlesnake, a venomous monarch, its rattle a chilling symphony of impending doom. And the greater roadrunner, a fearless hunter, its legendary ability to outwit and outmaneuver as potent as any fang or claw. But what truly happens when these two titans of the desert, each a pinnacle of survival, collide in a battle for life itself? In the scorching heart of the Sonoran Desert, a land of ancient rhythms and raw survival, two legendary figures reign supreme. One, a coiled viper of deadly precision, a master of the silent strike. The other, a feathered phantom of speed and cunning, a blur of feathered fury. For generations, tales have been whispered, legends woven into the very fabric of this unforgiving terrain. The diamondback rattlesnake, a venomous monarch, its rattle a chilling symphony of impending doom. And the greater roadrunner, a fearless hunter, its legendary ability to outwit and outmaneuver legendary. Today, we delve deep into the heart of this arid arena. We'll dissect their strengths, their weaknesses, their evolutionary strategies, and with scientific insight, deliver a definitive verdict on who reigns supreme when the rattlesnake and the roadrunner collide. Imagine a coiled viper, its patterned skin a testament to camouflage, its eyes fixed, its senses honed for the slightest tremor. This is the embodiment of stealth and deadly power. Now, picture a streak of motion, a flash of iridescent feathers, a bird that defies gravity with its speed, its gaze sharp and intelligent. This is the spirit of the desert runner, a creature of pure, unadulterated hustle. But what would happen if these two titans of the desert truly met in a fight to the death? Who would emerge victorious from this ultimate test of survival? Let's step into the ring, or rather, the arid expanses of the Sonoran, and size up our contenders. In the crimson corner, we have the formidable western diamondback rattlesnake, Crotalus atrox. These formidable reptiles can reach lengths of over 6 feet and weigh up to 15 pounds, a significant bulk of muscle and venom. Their bodies are a symphony of powerful constriction, designed for patient ambush. And in the emerald corner, the surprisingly robust greater roadrunner, Geococcix californianus. Standing up to 2 feet tall and weighing around a pound, this avian athlete is built for speed and agility. Its slender frame belies a surprising resilience and an explosive burst of kinetic energy. When it comes to offensive tools, the rattlesnake possesses nature's ultimate weapon, venom. Its specialized fangs inject a potent hemotoxin, designed to incapacitate prey and initiate digestion. A single bite can deliver a lethal dose. The roadrunner, however, relies on its incredibly sharp, powerful beak, a precise instrument capable of dispatching insects, lizards, and even small rodents with a swift, brutal jab. Its talons, while not as deadly as venom, provide excellent grip and can inflict wounds. Defense is where the narrative shifts. The rattlesnake's primary defense is its incredible camouflage, its patterned scales blending seamlessly with the desert floor, making it virtually invisible until it chooses to reveal itself. Its thick, scaly hide offers a degree of protection against minor physical assaults. The roadrunner's armor is its speed. Its astonishing acceleration and erratic, unpredictable movements make it an incredibly difficult target to catch, let alone strike. The rattlesnake strike is one of the fastest movements in the animal kingdom, a lightning-fast extension of its body. And the roadrunner? It can reach speeds of up to 20 miles per hour on the ground, a feat unheard of for most ground-dwelling birds. To understand a conflict, you must understand the stage upon which it unfolds, and the reasons for its escalation. The Sonoran Desert is their shared kingdom. The rattlesnake thrives in arid environments, often found in rocky areas, canyons, and desert scrub, where it can ambush prey and find shelter. The roadrunner, while also a desert dweller, prefers more open terrain with scattered brush, offering both hunting grounds and escape routes. Crucially, their territories often overlap, creating the potential for these fateful encounters. Their diets are a primary driver of potential conflict. The rattlesnake is a carnivore, preying on rodents, birds, and other reptiles. The roadrunner is an omnivore, but its diet heavily features insects, scorpions, lizards, and small birds, many of which are also on the rattlesnake's menu. This direct competition for prey creates inherent tension in their shared environment. The most probable trigger for a direct confrontation isn't a territorial dispute over land, but rather over a prize catch. Imagine a plump lizard, a vital source of nourishment for both predator and prey. Both the rattlesnake, using its stealth, and the roadrunner, with its keen eyesight, spot the same opportunity. This primal struggle for sustenance is where their paths tragically, or perhaps victoriously, converge. The desert air crackles with anticipation. A prize lizard lies between them. The rattlesnake, sensing the roadrunner's presence, coils, its rattle a low, menacing buzz. The roadrunner, its head cocked, eyes fixated, gauges the distance. Beyond the raw power and speed, lie the minds that orchestrate their survival. The rattlesnake is a solitary hunter, relying entirely on its own capabilities. It's a master of patience, waiting for the opportune moment. The roadrunner, while often seen alone, is part of a pair or small family unit, a dynamic that can influence its boldness, especially when defending its territory or young, but in a one-on-one encounter, individual prowess takes center stage. The rattlesnake's strategy is one of ambush. It conserves energy, blending into its surroundings, and waits for prey to come within striking distance. Its entire existence is geared towards maximizing the effectiveness of its venomous strike. The roadrunner, conversely, is an active pursuer. It uses its incredible speed to chase down prey, employing a combination of swift dashes, surprising leaps, and agile dodges to outmaneuver its quarry. Its intelligence allows it to employ simple but effective tactics, like flushing prey out of hiding. The rattlesnake is the ultimate hunter. Its life is dedicated to the silent, efficient capture of prey, using its specialized adaptations to overcome even formidable adversaries. The roadrunner, however, is a born fighter. While it hunts, its evasive maneuvers and quick reflexes are also honed for self-preservation and territorial defense, making it a tenacious combatant. While both operate on powerful instinctual drives, the roadrunner exhibits a higher degree of what we might call observable intelligence. Its ability to learn, adapt to its surroundings, and employ basic problem-solving, like using its beak to crack open hard-shelled prey, suggests a more complex cognitive processing than the rattlesnake's highly refined, instinct-driven predatory programming. The desert air crackles with anticipation. A prize lizard lies between them. The rattlesnake, sensing the roadrunner's presence, coils, its rattle a low, menacing buzz. The roadrunner, its head cocked, eyes fixated, gauges the distance. The rattlesnake launches its attack, a blur of motion, fangs extended. But the roadrunner is ready. With an explosion of energy, it springs to the side, its agility a breathtaking testament to its evolution. The venomous strike misses its mark, the fangs sinking into empty sand. The roadrunner seizes the advantage. It darts in, not with a single, decisive blow, but with a series of rapid, probing pecks at the snake's head, attempting to disorient and injure its opponent. The rattlesnake, coiled and defensive, tries to counter, its body coiling and uncoiling in a desperate attempt to land another strike. The roadrunner's strategy is clear: tire out the venomous predator. It uses its superior speed to stay just out of reach, forcing the rattlesnake to strike repeatedly, each missed strike a drain on its energy reserves. The snake's powerful venom, its greatest weapon, is rendered almost useless without a successful connection. The rattlesnake, despite its formidable power, is a creature that relies on conservation of energy. The roadrunner's relentless assault, coupled with the desert heat, begins to take its toll. The snake's movements become slower, its strikes less precise. This is the moment the roadrunner has been waiting for. With a burst of speed, the roadrunner closes the distance. It delivers a series of powerful, precise pecks to the snake's head, targeting its vulnerable eyes and brain. The venomous serpent, its deadliest weapon negated by pure, unadulterated speed and agility, succumbs to the relentless assault. The roadrunner is the victor. In the brutal ballet of the Sonoran, victory is not always about the most potent weapon. It is about specialization, about adapting to the unique challenges of the environment. The rattlesnake, a marvel of predatory evolution, remains a king of ambush and venom. But in the face of overwhelming speed and intelligent evasion, even the deadliest strike can be outmaneuvered. The roadrunner, a testament to the power of agility and relentless pursuit, proves that sometimes, the greatest defense is to simply be too fast to be caught. This is the law of the desert. Survival belongs to those who are perfectly, and perhaps surprisingly, equipped for their unique battle. In the heart of the wild, where every shadow holds a secret and every instinct dictates survival, a clash of titans is about to unfold. When agility, teeth, and raw tenacity meet the lightning strike of lethal venom, and a silent, calculating observer waits patiently in the wings, who truly emerges victorious, and what unseen force shapes the ultimate fate of this epic ambush? Under the watchful gaze of a moonlit sky, a dense woodland breathes with ancient mystery. Through the dappled shadows, a sleek form glides, the civet. Its muscular body, short legs, and sharp, retractable claws speak of agile tenacity, a silent hunter navigating the forest floor. With alert, intelligent eyes that reflect the faint moonlight, its whiskers twitch and ears swivel, conveying an intense focus born of innate predatory instinct. This is a master of stealth in its own right, a creature perpetually attuned to the rhythms and whispers of the wild. In a different part of this same unforgiving theater, beneath rocky outcrops and a thick carpet of fallen leaves, another, more ominous presence stirs. A powerful venomous snake, a formidable viper, slowly uncoils from beneath a gnarled root. Its movements are deliberate, powerful, and utterly ominous, a living coil of lethal precision. Its triangular head, housing potent venom glands and long, hinged fangs, is a hair-trigger of fury. Unblinking eyes are fixed forward, its camouflaged scales blending seamlessly with the environment, perfectly hidden amongst the leaf litter. This is a realm where life is a constant gamble, a ballet of tooth and claw, scale and venom. Soon, the civet's powerful jaws and sharp claws will meet the viper's fangs and potent toxins. As stylized silhouettes emerge, poised in tense standoff, and an animated map shows their inevitable overlap, the stage is set for an epic encounter. And in the deepest shadows, the piercing, intelligent eyes of a bobcat are barely visible, a silent sentinel observing every twitch, every rustle. When agility meets venom, and a silent shadow waits for its moment, who emerges victorious in this epic ambush? Tonight, we delve into the heart of this extraordinary encounter, dissecting the natural weapons, honed instincts, and strategic minds of these incredible creatures. We will uncover the likely outcome, providing a definitive answer to who truly holds the advantage when civet meets venomous snake, under the watchful gaze of the bobcat. Our tenacious challenger, the civet, moves with quiet confidence through the dense undergrowth, its sleek form a testament to its formidable capabilities. Weighing between 10 to 30 pounds and spanning 2 to 3 feet, it's a compact package of muscle and speed. Its powerful hind legs crouch low before springing with explosive force, while sharp, retractable claws extend and retract with precision, perfect for gripping, climbing, and delivering quick, painful rakes. These claws, coupled with powerful jaws and numerous sharp teeth capable of crushing small bones, allow the civet to inflict significant damage. Yet, its true strength extends beyond raw physicality. Intelligence and a relentless spirit are formidable assets in any confrontation. For defense, its thick hide offers surprising protection against glancing blows, but its primary armor lies in its incredible agility and lightning-fast reflexes, enabling swift evasion from danger. It bursts from cover, a blur of motion, highlighting its top evasive capabilities. Hidden beneath the dry leaves lies its rival, a venomous snake. It doesn't chase. It doesn't roam. Its thick, muscular body is a coiled trap, silent, controlled, and devastating. Long hinged fangs carry a venom designed to kill with ruthless efficiency. It is a predator of pure precision, striking faster than most animals can react. Its camouflage is its armor. Its patience, its greatest advantage. It patrols familiar paths, sniffs trails, drinks from shallow streams, and remains alert to every sound. Life alone has honed it into a cautious yet confident hunter, always balancing hunger with self-preservation. But in the same forest, another ruler waits in silence. Among dried leaves and fallen branches, the snake becomes nearly invisible. Motionless, eyes fixed, heat-sensing pips reading the environment, it embodies lethal stillness. In this world, the slightest movement can decide life or death. Then, the inevitable crossing of paths. The civet finds a fresh serpentine trail in the damp earth and freezes. From beneath a fallen log, the snake senses vibrations signaling a nearby presence. Two predators, now aware of each other. The forest holds its breath. At the center of this rising tension lies the trigger. A freshly killed rodent, still warm, an irresistible source of food. For the starving civet, it's a lifeline. For the snake, a potential meal and a valuable piece of territory. Both begin to approach, drawn by hunger and instinct. The civet reaches the clearing and locks eyes on the coiled serpent guarding the prize. A low growl rumbles from its throat. The viper tightens its coil, head raised, releasing a sharp, menacing hiss. Neither moves. The standoff begins, a silent duel of wills. The civet, a solitary and adaptable hunter, starts its strategy, movement. It circles, feints, darts forward, then pulls back instantly. Every step is calculated to confuse, exhaust, and open a window for attack. Fast lunges, quick bites, and immediate retreats form the rhythm of its survival dance. The snake counters with what it was born to do, ambush. It watches. Waits. Measures. Its strike is a blur, a needle of venom aimed with surgical precision. Each opening of its jaws reveals the full extent of its deadly design. Here lies the greatest contrast. The civet adapts, learns, and changes tactics. The snake relies on instinct perfected by evolution. Watching from the shadows, a bobcat, another solitary predator, quietly observes, waiting for opportunity. The tension snaps. The civet lunges. The snake strikes. The civet twists midair, escaping with only a shallow scratch as the forest erupts into a blur of claws, fangs, and dust. Each attacks with furious intensity, each narrowly escaping the other's finishing blow. But exhaustion begins to weigh on both. On the next strike, the civet dives under the viper's lunge and finds its opening. With a brutal bite to the head, it crushes bone and ends the serpent's resistance. The viper's thrashing slows, then stops. The civet stands victorious. The civet releases its bite, then places a powerful paw on the now motionless viper's head, pressing it firmly into the leaf litter, ensuring it is subdued. It stands over its fallen foe, panting heavily, fur ruffled, a small scratch visible on its flank, a clear posture of victory. It takes a deep breath, its guard momentarily lowered as it surveys its hard-won meal, its focus entirely on its prize. But the drama is far from over. Unseen, the bobcat shifts in the dense undergrowth, its movement utterly silent, a ghost emerging from the shadows, its focused eyes tracking every detail. Without a sound, the bobcat launches itself, a powerful, precise pounce, covering the ground instantly, aimed directly at the unsuspecting civet. It lands directly, pinning it with weight and powerful claws, a swift, brutal bite to the neck ending the civet's brief moment of triumph. The bobcat stands over the motionless civet and the dead viper, surveying its double prize. The civet's courage and agility earned it a hard-fought victory against the deadly viper. Yet, its triumph was fleeting, becoming the opportunity for another predator. The bobcat begins to drag both the civet and its hard-won meal deeper into the shadows, a silent assertion of its opportunistic claim. In the wild, even the strongest individual cannot account for every unseen danger. The bobcat's patience was not mere curiosity, but calculated predation, a stark reminder that in nature's grand design, every struggle, every victory, can become another's opportunity. The bobcat's piercing, intelligent eyes hold a primal wisdom before it disappears into the dense foliage. As the tranquil yet unforgiving woodland returns to its nocturnal sounds, the cycle continues. Victory is often fleeting. Every struggle, every triumph, can become another's opportunity. The law of the jungle is absolute: survive, or become the fuel for another's survival. What happens when a creature that can kill a jaguar stumbles upon one that can kill with a single drop of poison? In the ancient theater of the wild, nature stages battles of mythic proportion. We imagine clashes of apex predators, but deep in the heart of the Americas, a far stranger duel exists. Here, an armored juggernaut shuffles through the savannah, a portrait of immense, quiet power. Its weapons are not teeth, but 4-inch daggers of polished bone, tucked away with every step. In the ancient theater of the wild, nature stages battles of mythic proportion. We imagine clashes of apex predators, but deep in the heart of the Americas, a far stranger duel exists. Here, an armored juggernaut shuffles through the savannah, a portrait of immense, quiet power. Its weapons are not teeth, but 4-inch daggers of polished bone, tucked away with every step. This is a primal confrontation between two solitary masters of survival. One is a walking fortress built to withstand and crush. the other is a precision assassin designed for a single, perfect strike. When the unstoppable force of the anteater's claws meets the immovable threat of the coiled viper, who walks away? Meet the juggernaut, the giant anteater. Reaching up to 7 feet long and weighing 100 pounds, it is a living anomaly. Built low to the ground with immensely powerful forelimbs, it walks on its knuckles, a unique gait designed to protect its primary assets. Its defining feature, 4-inch, scythe-like claws. These are not just digging tools for demolishing concrete-hard termite mounds, they are lethal daggers. Backed by the immense strength of its upper body, a single swipe can disembowel an opponent. This creature's armor is a dense coat of shaggy, coarse fur over thick hide, a natural chainmail that can deflect the claws of a jaguar. In fact, it is one of the few animals on Earth known to kill jaguars in self-defense. When threatened, it rears up on its hind legs, using its long tail for balance, and wields its claws with terrifying force in a literal deathfight. And its opponent, the assassin, the fer-de-lance. A lean 6 feet of coiled muscle, it is the epitome of serpentine efficiency. Its distinct, triangular lance head houses a sophisticated venom delivery system and heat-sensing pits that allow it to see the world in infrared. It is a biological heat-seeking missile. The snake's weapon is its venom, a potent hemotoxic cocktail that destroys flesh and causes catastrophic internal bleeding. Delivered through hypodermic fangs in less than 1/10 of a second, the poison ensures that even if prey escapes the initial attack, it won't get far. Its defense is not to absorb damage, but to avoid it entirely. Mottled brown camouflage makes it virtually invisible on the forest floor. Its strategy is to remain unseen, and if that fails, to strike first and vanish. This is a clash of evolutionary philosophies. The juggernaut's advantages are clear: overwhelming size, raw power, and a nearly impenetrable coat of armor. The assassin counters with different weapons, a lightning-fast strike, the ultimate stealth, and one of nature's most lethal poisons. The question is, which one will prevail? The giant anteater's world is the Brazilian Cerrado, a vast, open arena where life is a constant search for food. Survival means conquering the baked earth fortresses of termites, but this exposure also leaves it vulnerable. With its notoriously poor eyesight, the anteater navigates a world of smells. It is a placid forager, a specialist completely absorbed in its task, seemingly oblivious to the dangers lurking just beyond the tall grasses. Beneath its calm exterior lies immense, coiled strength, but it is a power reserved for work, and for defense. But where one world ends, another begins. At the edge of the savanna lies the dark, humid undergrowth of the Amazon, the domain of the assassin. Here, in the gloom, the fer-de-lance waits. Its routine is one of absolute patience, a motionless sculpture of coiled energy. It is the ultimate ambush predator, conserving its strength for a single, decisive moment. Its unblinking eyes show no emotion, only the cold, reptilian focus of a living weapon, scanning a landscape not of light and shadow, but of heat signatures. These two solitary hunters, operating on pure instinct, live in different culinary worlds and have no reason to compete. Yet their territories overlap. Today, the anteater lumbers towards the forest edge, its powerful snout detecting the faint, alien scent of the snake. Something is different. Miles away, yet connected through the earth, the snake feels it too, the low-frequency tremors of a 100-pound animal, signaling a massive, unknown threat approaching. They are now aware of each other's presence, even without a visual. They are on a collision course, drawn together by nothing more than tragic coincidence. The battleground is this patch of dappled sunlight where savanna meets forest. This is not a battle for territory, or a fight over a kill. It will be a battle for something more fundamental: personal space, and survival itself. Oblivious, the anteater's head remains down, following a scent trail that leads it directly into the kill zone. The snake, a living landmine, feels the approaching tremors become an earthquake. Its body tenses, a coiled spring ready to launch. The heavyweight is about to step on the tripwire. For the anteater, it's an accidental misstep. For the snake, it is a mortal threat that demands a preemptive strike. To understand the fighter, one must understand their profession. The giant anteater is not a warrior by trade. It is a specialized demolitions expert. Every day, it uses its immense strength and formidable claws to tear into termite mounds as hard as concrete. Life has trained it to tear through the toughest materials. flesh and bone offer far less resistance. This demolition expert has weaponized its work tools for defense, and its strategy is one of overwhelming response. But its true secret weapon is not just strength. It's a hardwired defensive protocol, triggered in moments of extreme danger. When a line is crossed, it transforms from a placid forager into a raging brawler. It rises onto its hind legs, using its long tail for balance, becoming a 7-foot-tall bipedal titan. With its massive forelimbs now free, its 4-inch claws become poised weapons. This is an invitation to a fatal embrace, a maneuver designed to end any fight, decisively. Its opponent's profession is starkly different. It is not a brawler. It is a professional assassin. Lying motionless, it is a seamless part of the forest floor, a master of patience waiting for the world to come to it. Its strategy is one of energy conservation and calculated violence. It relies on stealth, patience, and a single, explosive burst of action. It doesn't fight, it executes. Its secret weapon is a multifaceted system of assassination. In the dark, its heat-sensing pits paint a thermal image of its prey. A blur of unspringing muscle, a mouth that opens 180 degrees, and fangs that swing down like switchblades deliver a potent, flesh-destroying venom. The strike is over in an instant. The assassin then retreats, letting its poison do the work. This is not a battle of intellect or complex strategy. It is a confrontation of ancient, hardwired instinct. The methodical forager versus the patient sensor. Millions of years of programming are about to meet in a violent, split-second decision. There will be no thought, only reaction. And the showdown is now inevitable. The final warnings are given. A low, guttural hiss from the anteater. The furious buzz of the snake's vibrating tail against dry leaves. The air becomes still, thick with imminent violence. For the fer-de-lance, the immense heat signature of the approaching giant is the final trigger. The assassin explodes forward. In a fraction of a second, its fangs puncture the anteater's leg, sinking deep through the tough hide to deliver their lethal payload. The mission is a success. The clock has started for the anteater. But in that instant, the snake has made a fatal error. It is now within range. Pained and disoriented, the anteater's ancient defensive programming ignites. It rears up, a 7-foot-tall tower of fury. The snake, momentarily exposed after its strike, now faces an opponent that has doubled in size. It has been drawn into a close-quarters brawl it cannot win. Before the snake can recoil, the anteater lunges, swinging its massive arms in an explosion of overwhelming force. A devastating swipe connects. The sound is a sickening crack of bone as 4-inch claws rip through scale and muscle. The force is catastrophic, severing the snake's spine. The assassin is vanquished almost instantly. The physical confrontation is decisively over. The anteater stands panting over its fallen foe. Its raw power was simply too much. The fer-de-lance is built to kill prey that runs away to die. It has no defense against an adversary that can absorb a hit and retaliate with such instantaneous, overwhelming force. The victor turns and lumbers away, seemingly unscathed. But on its leg, 2 small puncture marks are a stark reminder of the snake's parting gift. The potent, invisible poison is now beginning its deadly work. The anteater has won the battle, but it may have already lost the war. It will wander off into the savannah, only to succumb hours or days later. In the deep forest, victory and death are often intertwined. Every encounter leaves a mark. It is a stark reminder that in the kingdom of survival, even the most powerful juggernaut can be brought down by a single, perfectly placed drop of poison. In the brutal calculus of survival, what weighs more, the mind of a single, powerful king, or the unbreakable will of a disciplined army? The African savanna is a kingdom forged in conflict, a land of ancient dynasties and contested thrones. Deep within the woodland, a ruler holds court. He is Pan Troglodytes, the chimpanzee. A king whose calm is backed by devastating strength, his intelligent eye surveying a world he commands through sheer presence. But beyond his shadowy realm, a rival empire thrives under the open sun. On the vast plains, an army marches. They are the olive baboons, Papio Anubis, a disciplined legion moving as one. Their power is not in solitary might, but in overwhelming numbers, their ranks guarded by soldiers armed with canines that gleam like daggers. This is a collision of philosophies, the cunning warrior king versus the disciplined army, individual power versus collective force. When these two empires meet on the borderlands of their kingdoms, the prize is the ultimate resource, survival. But when the dust settles, who will claim the throne? To answer this, we must first look to the fighters themselves. We begin with the warrior king. A dominant male chimpanzee can stand nearly 4 feet tall, a formidable silhouette of up to 150 pounds of dense, powerful muscle. He is built for explosive power, his disproportionately long arms housing a biological engine of pure force, several times stronger than a human's. This strength is a weapon in itself, capable of snapping thick branches with a contemptuous crack. But his arsenal is deeper. A bite force of 1,300 psi can crush bone, while his mind allows him to weaponize his environment, hurling heavy rocks with lethal accuracy. His defense is a terrifying offense, his thick hide and muscle providing natural armor against all but the most determined of foes. Across the savanna, the legionary stands in stark contrast. A large male olive baboon weighs up to 90 pounds, a more compact frame designed for endurance and speed. He is a soldier, not a king. Individually smaller, his power isn't in his size, it's in his armament. His primary weapon is a set of vicious, 2-inch canines, longer and sharper than a lion's, used for piercing and slashing. His speed is his shield, reaching 30 miles per hour in a blur of motion, his agility allowing him to dodge and weave with lightning reflexes. But his ultimate armor is not skin deep. It is the troop itself, a living, coordinated shield where the strong defend the whole. In A Tale of the Tape, the chimpanzee's individual power is undeniable. But while one chimp weighs 150 pounds, the combined weight of the baboon legion can exceed 5,000. It is a battle of brute strength against numerical superiority, of crushing power against piercing weaponry. The chimpanzee's advantages are raw force and strategic thought, but this strength is metabolically expensive. In a prolonged battle, his power becomes his weakness. The baboon's power is multiplicative. Individually, he is outmatched. But his speed, weaponry, and flawless coordination create a force that can overwhelm even the strongest of kings. The stage is set for a clash of titans. But a fighter is defined not just by their weapons, but by the arena in which they fight, and the cause for which they bleed. The battleground is the savanna woodland ecotone of Central Africa, a contested borderland where the chimpanzee's dense forest gives way to the baboon's open grassland. For the chimp, the woodland is a fortress of shadows and tactical opportunities. Here, he lives a life of quiet contemplation, using his intelligence to fish for termites, yet ever watchful, even a simple drink of water taken with caution. This is a kingdom of stealth, ruled by a thoughtful monarch. But out on the plains, there is no place to hide. The baboon's empire is ruled by the tyranny of distance and sight. Survival here is about constant vigilance and collective might. They move as a disciplined legion, a tide of olive drab fur flowing across the grasslands, with powerful males standing guard on the perimeter, a living, defensive wall. Their life is one of raw, aggressive readiness, their daggers always ready for combat. For a time, these empires exist in a state of tense awareness. But the delicate peace is fragile. The chimp, patrolling the woodland edge, discovers the footprint of an invader. His calm vanishes. The invasion is detected. Miles away, the lead baboon halts, his ears catching the faint, distant drumming of the chimpanzee's territorial display. The enemy is identified. The board is set. A clash is no longer a possibility, it is an inevitability. The trigger is a prize of immense value, a single, enormous fig tree, isolated in the contested zone, its branches laden with thousands of ripe fruits. In the harsh economy of the savanna, this is not just food. It is a treasure, a source of power worth fighting and dying for. As the chimp's elite war party emerges to claim this strategic asset, the baboon legion descends from the plains with the same goal. 5 chimps meet the vanguard of 80 baboons. The air crackles. In the eyes of the chimp alpha, calculation. In the eyes of the baboon general, an unblinking glare of pure challenge. A deafening scream of defiance is met by a wall of bared teeth. The battle for the throne is about to begin. Before the first blow is struck, we must understand the minds behind the muscle, the professions that have shaped these combatants. The chimpanzee is a warrior. His life is one of political intrigue, territorial patrols, and calculated warfare. He is a specialist in violence, his movements purposeful and silent. But the warrior's greatest asset isn't just his strength. It's his mind, a mind capable of strategy, communication, and deadly innovation. We see it in the coordinated hunt, where silent signals and flanking maneuvers turn a foraging party into an elite special forces unit. They set ambushes, use branches as clubs, and exploit every advantage. This is their secret weapon, tactical thought. They wage war with intelligence. The baboon's world is fundamentally different. And so is its profession. The baboon is a survivor. Hardened by life in the open, his primary role is not to conquer, but to protect. His aggression is a shield for the troop, his vigilance unwavering. When intimidation fails, the baboon legion reveals its true secret weapon, a strategy of overwhelming force. Against a predator like the leopard, they don't scatter, they attack. It is called mobbing, a coordinated, selfless swarm from all sides, a relentless and disorienting assault that can defeat one of the savannah's deadliest hunters. Their weapon is unity. 2 fighters, 2 minds. The chimpanzee's intelligence is inventive and individualistic. It solves problems, creates tools, and passes on knowledge, as a young chimp learns to fish for termites by watching an elder. The baboon's intelligence is social and instinctual. It is a hardwired military protocol of communication and cooperation, perfected over millions of years to ensure the survival of the legion, as they form a living barrier to cross a dangerous river. It is the calculating mind of the warrior king versus the unbreakable discipline of the legion. In the final showdown, which mentality will prevail? The standoff breaks. The alpha chimpanzee, in a terrifying display, lets out a deafening roar, a declaration of war. The baboon generals answer with a chorus of guttural barks, and the front line surges forward. But the chimp's first move is one of intelligence. Snatching a heavy branch, he swings it like a brutal war club, the devastating impact sending the first attacker tumbling. The show of force is meant to shatter morale, and for a moment, the baboon charge falters. But this is not an ordinary foe. A piercing bark rallies the troop, and they deploy their ultimate strategy, the swarm. They flow around the small chimp party, attacking from all sides. For every baboon a chimp smashes away, 3 more flank him, their canines flashing in lightning-fast raids. The warrior kings are an island of power in a relentless sea of numbers. Soon, the grim math of attrition takes its toll. The alpha chimp stands over his fallen enemies, but he is wounded, his breathing heavy. His warriors are exhausted, their immense strength fading against the baboon's endless reserves. It is then that the warrior becomes a king. His eyes dart from the endless wave of attackers to his battered family. The tree is not worth annihilation. With a series of sharp hoots, he gives the order, a strategic retreat. Fighting their way backward, the chimps move as one unit toward the safety of the woodland, where the baboon's numbers are less effective. The legion, barking victoriously, halts at the forest's edge and swarms the prized fig tree, claiming their reward. The battle is over. The result is symbolic, yet undeniable. On the open field, the disciplined legion has proven that coordinated numbers can overwhelm even the greatest individual strength. The chimpanzee alpha lost the tree to save his family, a king's choice. In the great kingdom of the savannah, there is no single, permanent throne. Power is a tide that ebbs and flows. Today, the throne belongs to the army. But from the shadows of the forest, the eyes of the warrior king are watching, not defeated, but learning, adapting, and waiting. The war for survival is never truly over.